Have you ever wondered what would have happened if Rin joined Team Z? What kind of player would he become? How would this affect the rest of Team Z? Continue watching this video to find out. The introduction of Blue Lock would essentially be the same with the Ichinan High School and Matsukaze High School battling it out. It would end up with the same result as in the manga originally. Nothing would really change up until we get right before the game of tag. As we get into the Blue Lock facility, we are introduced to a whole new player for Team Z in Rin ITOSHI. He would be replacing one irrelevant character from the team, who would be Yudai Imamura. He wasn't really someone who created an impact throughout the story, so he's the one getting booted off the team. Isagi and Kira then enter the room of Team Z as they were told. Igarashi then approaches Kira and asks him if he is actually the jewel of Japanese football. ITOSHI Rin then overhears the conversation but seems annoyed, so he looks away. Igo Jinpachi then interrupts their little conversation and explains the rankings displayed on their uniforms. Kira would still end up being the #1 player in the room solely because of his status as Japan's jewel. Rin would then be ranked second to Kira, and the rest would follow. Rin seems to be even more annoyed after realizing that Kira is ranked higher than him. As someone who would want to surpass his brother, who is also a member of the new Gen 11, it would seem like Rin would have some work to do. The game of tag would essentially flow the same way as it does with chaos everywhere in the room. After witnessing everything that happens with Bachira's happy feet antics, Kunigami's brute strength, and Igarashi's unlikable display, Rin would be disgustingly disappointed by the fact that he's most likely going to have to be with this group of guys for a while. However, we then get to Isagi's highlight as he still ends up aiming for the strongest guy in the room in Kira, with the help of Bachira. Rin would then be surprised for a second after seeing what happened, but is also mad at himself as he wasn't able to eliminate the #1 player of the group himself. He doubts that Isagi's even that good due to his rank, and instead thinks that Isagi is just a fraud. After hearing Isagi not being able to properly explain to Kira what just happened, Rin is then sure that Isagi's actions were just a fluke, and isn't worried about anything. The night after, Isagi struggles to fall asleep as he thinks that everybody is stronger than him. Isagi then decides to train, but bumps into Bachira along the way. Bachira then invites Isagi to train with him one-on-one in the Team Z indoor training field. As to everyone's surprise, it seems like Rin was already one step ahead and was already training in the field. Isagi then realizes that this was the guy who has been so quiet the whole time, but is the second best player on their team, or even the highest ranked after Kira's elimination. It is then revealed that his name is ITOSHI Rin, and Isagi realizes that he is related to one of the new Gen 11, ITOSHI Sai. Both Bachira and Isagi then insist on having a 1v1 battle with Rin, but we all know how this goes. Rin would utterly destroy the both of them instantly, with Rin's skills being known to his team. If you're enjoying this video so far, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to let me know that you want more videos just like this. As the match between Team Z and Team X starts, chaos would instantly break loose with everybody going for the ball. Baro then steals the ball from the group of players and proceeds to run up the field. He then gets past Isagi and the rest of the defenders. It seemed like Rin was watching the whole thing from afar, but doesn't seem to be impressed one bit. Raichi even yells at Rin for not doing anything. The play then restarts, and Rin expresses what he feels about what he just saw. He calls everybody on the pitch mediocre, including Baro, and shoots the ball from the middle of the field. Everybody then gets stunned after witnessing Rin's play, while Baro seems to get angry. With the match tied 1-1, Isagi then realizes the strength of ITOSHI Rin. Rin would then tell the members of Team Z to get back on defense and not cost him the match. Everybody then focuses on defense, while Rin does the scoring. It would be similar to Team X's system, with Rin as the so-called protagonist. Baro would be able to get a second goal, but struggle to score any more goals with Rin's presence. With Rin playing like a more refined Isagi, Baro would have to find a way to devour Rin. Unfortunately, that would not be the case here, as it seems like Rin is completely in control. With the match tied 2-2, following another goal from Rin, Isagi finally gets the ball coming from a pass from Bachira and runs up the field. He then gets suddenly stopped by Baro, who arrives right in front of him. Baro then assumes that Isagi is going to pass to Rin as he is their best option. However, Isagi opts not to pass to Rin, but to Kunigami instead, who possesses a powerful lefty shot as his weapon. Rin then still seems to be unimpressed by Isagi's play, but starts to have second thoughts about Isagi little by little. Baro would then seem to feel defeated by not only Rin, but Isagi as well. However, Baro is also unimpressed at the same time by Isagi's play as a striker, Team Z would end up winning in a way where two kings may rise on the same team. Moving on to the next match, we have Team Z versus Team Y. We all know what happened originally when Isagi clutched up against Nico and Team Y. However, in this scenario, Rin would automatically be able to read what was going on in the field. Therefore, Nico's plan to have Okawa as the main striker for their counterattack was already a disaster before it even started. Rin would take initiative and intercept the ball from Okawa as the ball is coming to him. From then on, Rin would start demolishing Team Y. We would not even be able to see an evolution from Isagi wherein he anticipates Nico's strategy. With Rin's superior vision, Isagi would not be able to shine in this match, and the rest of the Team Z players would still not end up having the same amount of impact as they did before. The next match would be another game wherein tons of things actually change. Against Team W, Kuwon would not end up betraying Team Z as they're looking pretty strong and are cruising through their games with ITOSHI RIN on their team. During the start of the game, Rin and the rest of Team Z would seem to be overwhelmed by the dynamism of the Wanama brothers, leading to them scoring 2 goals. Surprisingly, Isagi decides to step in and assist Rin in keeping up with their plays. With Rin and Isagi working together, all of a sudden, they are able to create chemistry with one another and stop the combo plays of the twins. The rest of Team Z would also step up on defense. Isagi then assists Rin scoring goals as he knows that it is currently the best option he has. With the game tied 2-2, Junichi Wanuma gets annoyed and fouls Isagi during the play. With this, Team Z would get a free kick and ITOSHI RIN seems to be the one taking the free kick. To everyone's surprise, Rin ends up taking the shot and scoring the goal to take the lead 3-2. Everything would end up downhill from here, with Isagi deciding to contribute impact by supporting Rin even if he doesn't want to. In the end, Team Z would end up defeating Team W. However, Chigiri would not end up awakening as he did since nobody was there to push him out of his shell, especially since Isagi did not feel like he needed to with Rin's presence. Moving on to the final game, we have Team Z versus Team V. With nobody truly awakening besides Kunigami with this one goal fed by Isagi, this would be somewhat an interesting match. As the game starts, we instantly see the power of Nagi Seishiro as he gets assisted by Ryo. The play then restarts and Ryo marks ITOSHI RIN as he has done his research. He tells Rin that he knows who he is and how he plays, and that he is the brother of a new Gen 11. Ryo even mentions that he acknowledges the way that they both play the game. Rin would then get annoyed as he is sick and tired of people acknowledging him as a new Gen 11's brother. With this frustration, Ryo was able to get the ball back and allow Nagi to score another goal in order to lead 2-0. With Team V not having any information about the rest of the Team Z players aside from Rin, Isagi, and Kunigami, Bachira would end up awakening and scoring Team Z's first goal to bring the momentum in their favor. With this momentum shift, Rin would end up scoring the next 2 goals to bring them up 3-2. However, Zantetsu's skills would then come into play and he would tie the game up with the power of his speed as Chigiri would not end up awakening in this match due to the lack of encouragement to break out of his chains. In the next play, Isagi would end up supporting Rin once again in order for him to take the lead 4-3. Finally, there would be one missing piece that Team V doesn't know about, and that's Isagi's direct shot, which he has only expressed once during the game of tag. Bachira would break through Team's defense and pass the ball to Isagi while Rin is heavily marked by multiple defenders. Isagi would then perform a direct shot to widen the gap and shock Ryo and the rest of Team V. Nagi would then end up feeling defeat for the first time and want to play with Isagi in the future yet again. ITOSHI RIN would also finally consider Isagi as a rival in Blue Lock. What do you think would have happened if ITOSHI RIN joined Team Z? Would Team Z end up undefeated? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have other what if ideas that you would like to see, let me know down in the comments. Have you ever wondered how Tokimitsu will destroy Bastard Munchen? Check this video out right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you for watching.